The Jurassic World Dominion Atrociraptor pack is weird. Let me explain. So the pack consists of 4 members, those being Ghost, Red, Tiger, and Panthera. All of them being male except for Ghost. She's the only female. I actually originally thought it was the other way around, but when I found out later, I kinda got surprised. In this video, I'll be talking about everything good and bad about the Jurassic World Dominion Atrociraptors. And oh boy, this is gonna be a doozy. The first inaccuracy is that the Atrociraptors are too big. They're a lot larger than their real-life counterparts. Though I already explained how Jurassic World has already missized dinosaurs multiple times. The only time the size is somewhat accurate is the size order, with the Pyroraptor being the smallest, the Velociraptor being the medium-sized one, and the Atrociraptor being the largest. But other than that, it's too large. Another inaccuracy is the biggest one. The Atrociraptors are completely featherless. Now, unlike the Pyroraptor, which was fully feathered and had the correct feathers, with a tail fan and large wings, the Atrociraptors are completely naked and scaly, like a stereotypical Dromaeosaur in media. I really hate the fact that they're not feathered, as it would have been so cool to have a feathered raptor pack. That would have been so cool. Having Owen being chased by feathered raptors, that would have been cool. Plus, you could have made them like maybe glide. That would have been even cooler. The fact that they're completely featherless and are instead fully scaly is a terrible, inaccurate, outdated detail, which I really don't like. Especially in Jurassic World Dominion, where they were trying to be more accurate with feathered dinosaurs. But instead, for some reason, they decided it was a good idea to make the Atrociraptors fully scaly. Why? And it's not like they didn't know what a feathered Dromaeosaur looked like. No, they had feathered Velociraptors in comics and a feathered Pyroraptor. And since these guys are scaly, we only got 5 feathered dinosaurs. Count them, 5 feathered dinosaurs. And if these guys were feathered, the number would have increased to 9, which would have been better. You had one job, guys. You had one job, being more accurate. But you screwed it up with the Atrociraptors. And before you type in the comments, no, the Quetzalcoatlus does not count, because it's not a dinosaur, and it's not covered in feathers. It's covered in pycnofibers. It's kind of like feathers, but it's not. Another inaccuracy is the fact that they're all shrink-wrapped. You can see like the fenestrae through the skull, and all their bodies are really skinny. Not too skinny to the point where you can see their pelvises just bulging out, but their arms and torsos are just really skinny. Like, these guys should have like a sandwich or something. They should at least have muscle on their bodies. I'm not saying that they were extremely stocky like Utah Raptor, although it is a possibility that all Dromaeosaurs were stocky like Utah Raptor. But still, these guys should have at least muscles covering their bodies, like this image right here. Another inaccuracy is with the tongues. Now, I don't know if this is with all the Atrociraptors or just Red, but as you can see here, the tongue is just really bumpy and weird. I highly, highly doubt that real Dromaeosaurs had these weird, like, bumpy tongues, and instead would have had smooth tongues, maybe like birds. Another inaccuracy is with the skin. I've already mentioned how the Atrociraptors was scaly, which is already a huge inaccuracy, but for some reason, they gave them, like, bumpy skin. Aside from smooth scales, they also have these weird, like, bumps in certain areas, on the lower jaw, on the back of the head, and on the arms. I don't know why they gave them this. This makes them look weird and kind of gross. Another inaccuracy is the fact that the Atrociraptors have slit pupils. Now, this is a problem with all the Dromaeosaurs except for the Jurassic Park 3 raptors. They have normal round pupils. Likely, most to all theropods would have had round bird-like pupils. And this counts to Dromaeosaurs as well. Alright, now let's move on to the accuracies, and there are very little of them. The first accuracy I can see is that the Atrociraptors somewhat have their hands in the correct hand position. Not only are their hands in the correct hand position, they're also bent away, which makes it look like they would have had wings. Which, again, if you made their hands look like they had wings, why didn't you give them wings? Come on, guys, you had one job. Another accurate detail is the skull shape. Aside from the fact that it's fully scaly and the weird bumps and stuff, the skull shape is actually kind of accurate. Now, unlike with most Dromaeosaurus, which had long snouts, the real-life Atrociraptor had a weird-shaped head, with its snout being round, short, and blunt, very box-like. And in Jurassic World Dominion, they made the snout short, blunt, and box-like, though it is emulated pretty poorly. And of course, lastly, the last accurate detail I want to point out is the lips. Now, like with every other dromaeosaur in the Jurassic Park franchise, the Atrociraptors have lips that cover their teeth. Yeah, for some reason, lips on dromaeosaurs was just kind of normal, but lips on other large theropods was just never emulated. So, yeah. Alright, then that was everything good and bad about the Jurassic World Dominion and Atrociraptors. If I missed anything about these guys, tell me in the comments below. But anyways, the video's over. Alright then, goodbye.